Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Reading Thermal, I'm speaking with Andrew Rosenthal, General Manager for Reading Thermal, and we are discussing air velocity data collection for industrial ovens. Hi, Andrew. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Joni. Well, it's great to be here with you.
Let's talk about some of the advances that have happened because Scorpion 1 was a game changer when it comes to logging oven data. So, how has it evolved? And kind of, can you get me up to speed on where we are with Scorpion 2?
Sure. Well, Scorpion 1 was originally a data logger and a temperature array. And now today we have a fully featured family of smart sensors that can connect to the Scorpion 2. And in addition to just temperature, we have the capability of taking air velocity data, like we're going to talk about some more, as well as heat flux, which is the baking energy that goes into a product, and the chamber humidity, which is the amount of moisture in the oven environment.
There's one thing that I want to ask you because this pulls a lot of information from the baking process. And so I'm curious, why is it important to think about all of the baking parameters? Because when you think about baking, the basics are time and temperature, right? Why and how is it
Right.
important to remember that there's more to think about?
So all of the different parameters all come together to make the final determination of what your product is going to be like. So, for instance, humidity, that helps you. If you take that data and look at it, you'll see that a nice bell curve on your data, on your graph of that, would look like that your oven is well calibrated to producing the type and amount of product that you're asking it to. If your humidity never comes back down at the end of the oven run, that means that there's still water left in your product that it should have been removing. Things like heat flux, that's another parameter that we can measure that lets you copy recipes across lines or facilities. For our global producers, that's especially important to be able to produce the same product all over the world. And then air velocity is a great one involving product efficiency, how much makeup air you need in your facility, the coloration, bite, the texture, how much final moisture you have in your product. So different kinds of products like different levels of these different parameters. And every baking profile is going to be different depending on your product.
Can you kind of walk me through how collecting data on air velocity can help impact not only the product quality, but also the efficiency of the bake?
Air velocity is a huge component of commercial baking, and we wish more producers had larger appreciation for it. So many issues in baking come from too much or too little airflow around a product. The ability for a convection oven to deliver its heat to your product to bake it is mathematically linked to how fast the air is moving around it. And so some products like a lot of air movement, like pretzels. Other products like very little air movement, like crackers or certain breads. The key to understanding that is knowing your air velocity at the product level and not just a blower setting on an HMI.
You can fix what you can understand, right? When you kind of know the why behind it, then you're able to really dial in to that product quality and bake more efficiently. I want to shift gears for just a second and talk about maintenance because that's also an important part of a bakery operation. Am I correct that maintenance is a key area for the Scorpion too?
Oh, absolutely. Air velocity data helps you understand your maintenance needs so much more than just a safety inspection would. So, air velocity, what you would see in your data if you had an oven issue would either be a spike or a valley in your data. And what that would indicate would be either a obstructed plenum that would, keep air from reaching the product that you need it to, or something like an enlarged hole in the air delivery system that shouldn't be there. So, for instance, we've seen issues where there have been cleanout panels that have gotten lost inside a plenum. And that panel being missing lets all the air out where that hole is, and none of it reaches the product where it's supposed to. And those sorts of things are very easily identified by Scorpion data. You can see exactly in the graph down to the inch where in the oven these issues happen.
So the Scorpion 2, this technology and its ability to collect and analyze the data and help bakers increase their product quality or improve their product quality, maintain it, bake more efficiently, and provide the maintenance that an oven needs. Like this checks a lot of boxes. So my last question would be, what is the best way for a baker to get in touch to learn more about Scorpion 2 technology and see if it's the right technology for their bakery operation?
Well, you can get to our website, www.readingthermal.com, and be able to reach out to myself or our sales staff or our service manager to be able to discuss our technology further with you, or come visit a site and do a demonstration on your specific process.
All right, Andrew. Well, this was really interesting. Thank you so much for taking time to unpack air velocity data collection technology with me. This was really interesting.
All right. Thank you very much, Joni. It was great to talk to you.